Welcome back to the channel Innovation Fitness with Harvey. Before we begin on the ankle circles video, this is purely an inspirational channel motivated through my vision loss journey, and the link for my disclaimer can be found in the description below. So ankle circles, hopefully a very beginner friendly and accessible exercise, as it can be easily done in the home and can be adjusted depending on our ability and comfort, as it can be done lying down, seated or standing. So in my video I will show quite a number of variations. So as ever, I always have the visually impaired community in mind, so hopefully a lot of useful audio in the video. So to start with, I will begin with the benefits of ankle circles. So they are good for mobility, coordination, reducing stiffness, also good for circulation, and a good warm-up exercise before doing lower body exercises. So quite a number of benefits of ankle circles. So I will start with my demonstrations, hopefully in a logical order from easiest to hardest. So the most supportive variation is the lying down variation, as it does not rely on balance and stability. So for this one, I will lie down on my back on rubber matting for safety and comfort. Now, I am using a dumbbell to elevate my foot so that the floor is not a restriction, to allow for full range of motion. Now, the dumbbell I am using, I have wrapped a towel around the handle for comfort. Now, other things can be used, such as a cushion, a wrapped up towel, a foam roller, and maybe something else that is suitable and comfortable. So I will place the dumbbell handle underneath my calf. Now my foot is now elevated, so just doing my right foot in the demonstration. Now I will lie back in position, so just lying on my back, just nice and relaxed, and doing the ankle circle. So doing clockwise to start with on my right foot, and it's just doing a continuous circle with my foot and ankle, as the movement comes from my foot and ankle, as my leg, so my thighs, knee and lower part of my leg just remain nice and still. So just demonstrating the ankle circles, then same again, anti-clockwise. And a good rep count is maybe 10 to 15 reps in both directions. But as ever, it all depends on our ability and comfort. So should be a pain-free movement, so no pain, and again, smaller circles can make it a bit more beginner friendly and gentle. So a nice low impact, gentle exercise when lying down. And in this variation, with my foot elevated and just not relying on balance or stability, it allows me to focus purely on the ankle circle. So hopefully a very simple variation to begin with. So next I will move on to the seated variation. So I am now sat on my bench in a upright position, just nice and relaxed, so shoulders relaxed. Now again, I could use a tool to elevate my foot, but this time in my demonstration I will just extend my leg out in front of me, just doing the ankle circle again in both directions. Now, with extending the leg out, I am using the muscles in my leg to keep it in that position, as I want the movement to come from my foot and ankle. So just using the foot and ankle for the movement, keeping the thighs, knee and lower part of the leg nice and still as I can. But to have a bit of support for the movement, I could interlock my fingers. So just a couple of beginner friendly, maybe top tips to maybe help out is interlock my fingers and place them underneath my knee, just to support my leg, to allow the movement to come from my foot and ankle, as the seated variation could maybe be the most convenient one. And another variation is the crossed leg position. So in that variation I was showing then, my foot could just be slightly off the ground, just so the floor is not a restriction. So my knee can be bent. So, but in the crossed leg position, I will cross my leg over onto my opposite leg. And this then gives a bit of support, as I am not using the muscles in my leg to keep it in that position, and this can just allow me to purely focus on the ankle circle. So in the crossed leg position, my leg, so I'm doing my right leg again, so right foot. So right leg is now crossed over onto my left leg. So the upper part of my left leg is where my right leg is crossed over onto, and just doing the ankle circle movement. So in the seated position. So next variation I will move on to is the standing variation. So this can test maybe balance and stability. So to start with, I can use a wall or maybe a chair to assist with balance, and just doing the ankle circle, and again upright posture, doing the ankle circles in both directions, both feet. And again, if I move away from the wall, so not using the wall for support, and just stand on one leg and do the movement, this can test balance and stability. So not only is this a mobility exercise for the ankle I am focusing on, it's also a stability exercise, as I am keeping the foot and ankle on the standing leg as stable. So you stability on the standing leg. So trying to keep my balance on the standing leg and doing the ankle circle on the leg that is in mid-air. So just trying to demonstrate the variations as best as I can. So a bit more challenging, that one. So to finish with, I will do a variation called the alphabet ankle circles exercise. So the alphabet exercise is where my big toe is tracing the alphabet. So doing more or less the same again. So my foot is just in mid-air, so I'm doing the seated variation, and I'm tracing the alphabet. Now, by doing this, it's a more complex pattern instead of just a continuous circle. And this can help to engage small stabilizing muscles and make sure for a smooth, controlled movement, as it mixes the movement up with straight lines, up, down, left, right, diagonal, and it's also good to have a mix of both uppercase and lowercase, as the letters change, as uppercase letters can be a lot of straight lines, and lowercase letters can include curves. So the lowercase letters can help with keeping the control, and it helps with targeting all the angles. So it's a good exercise, the alphabet variation. So just demonstrating the alphabet, just doing the letters, and just a good variation to add in the video. Now, to finish off my final variation, so quite a number of variations in this video, is to add a bit of resistance. Now, the resistance band can also be used for the alphabet exercise. Now, I will place the resistance band underneath my foot, so the ball of my foot, and pull the ends of the resistance band towards my hip with my foot again just in mid-air, and just by pulling the band to my hip is good for safety, so not high up towards my face. So doing the ankle circle with some resistance, and again the more I put tension on the band, the more resistance in the ankle circle. And again, just focusing on the ankle and foot to keep the movement coming from there. So just something to add in to finish off is the resistance band variation. So I hope you've enjoyed the ankle circles video. As I say, quite a number of variations in this video, so hope you've enjoyed, and please like, share and subscribe, and if at all you have any suggestions of maybe any exercises you may like me to do in the future, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.